Hi everybody, Tim back again. Thanks for coming back to the channel. Today we are going to do another Caustic mini track, but as you can see on the screen in front of us, I don't have one yet. We're going to make one from scratch, so we're going to start walking through that. I wanted to show people a little bit about how Caustic works and give you a little bit of an insight into how I approach things when I'm composing and when I'm working in this particular app. Sorry if I'm coughing a lot today. I've got a very serious cold, so it is what it is. But we're going to dive right in. So when you come into Caustic, this is what you're going to see. Just this blank screen that doesn't have anything on it. If you tap on the bottom left corner down here on this little grid looking thing, that takes you into your machines page where you can add machines to slots. If I tap on slot number 1 there, we see all of the instruments that are built into Caustic. Move that over so you can see a little more. These come with it free, so you don't have to buy and add a bunch of stuff. This is all built in. It's basically just a bunch of different synthesizers, a bunch of different styles. There's a modular synth, there's an FM synth, there's a standard analog style synth, some few other things in there. We can get into all that later. I typically start with the beatbox. I'd like to have a rhythm first, so let's go ahead and add that there in slot 1, and we'll go ahead and tap on beatbox. Now we're going to select a kit. I haven't got anything set to go for this. We're going to just go from scratch. So I'm going to select a kit. I typically do more rock stuff, but I was thinking today maybe it'd be fun to kind of do something a little outside my comfort zone. Do the 808 kit there. Very electronic sounding kit. A lot of guys in the 80s used that and kind of had a that kind of a sound. Very different than what I usually work in, but let's give it a shot and see what happens. Maybe we'll come up with something fun. So I'm going to scroll down a page, and that takes me into the MIDI editor for this machine. Starts up there at the top. BD is the bass drum, and then snare, close hi-hat, open hi-hat, yada, yada, yada. Now, typically when you're building a rhythm, us rock guys, we're going to put that snare on 2 and 4, and then your bass drums on 1, and then like maybe a 3 and. So you're going to get ooh, ch, ooh, ooh, ch, ooh, ch, ooh, ooh, ch. Just a basic kind of rock beat, and then throw some hi-hats on top of it. I am going to go against the grain today, and we're going to put the snare on the 1 and the 3, just like that. And I don't know. Let's see what happens. I'm going to hit play and see what our tempo is looking like. Turn up my volume a little bit here. Yeah, that was good. Okay, so, nice kind of mid-tempo. Where do we want to put the bass drums? If I put the bass drums on the 2 and the 4, basically after a measure, you're not really going to be able to tell the difference between if I have it on the 1 and the 3 unless you can find the beginning of a bar. So maybe let's try something a little weird. Let's put something on that 16th there. Whoops. Put them right next to each other. And then maybe an and 3. See what that sounds like. That's actually not bad. That's kind of a cool groove. I like that. I'm going to keep that. Now the hi-hats. What do we want to do there? 8th notes? 16th notes? Being sick stinks. Let's start off with some 8th notes and see what that looks like. Closed. Get myself out of the way here so I can go all the way across. And then hit the play. Not too bad, a little static. Let's see what we can do to mix it up a little bit. Let's delete a few of those. Maybe just move this one around. Okay, take that one out. One in there, delete, whoops, delete that one. You're supposed to be able to just double tap on a note after you enter it to delete it, and I don't know if it's my screen or my goofy fingers or what, but I always end up having to do it about 20 times. So, let's see what that sounds like. Not really liking that one there. Maybe put it there. Put something on the 8th. What about if we take that last part of that triplet there? And maybe we'll move this other one up there too. That's not horrible. Let's keep that and see what we come up with. Sorry if I keep kind of shaking around here. I've got my phone mounted to my steering wheel, and every time I tap the screen, everything kind of vibrates. So hopefully that doesn't make anybody nauseous. All right, so there's one drum pattern. Let's go on to pattern A2 here and see what we want to do. Let's kind of make this one a pattern that's going to complement the first one. So let's keep that snare on 1 and 3. And then do something a little more dynamic with the bass drums. Let's maybe put the 16th on each beat. I don't know if that's going to sound terrible or not. I'm just shooting in the dark. Yeah, I don't like that. And there I am with my editing problem. Delete all those. Yes, there we go. All right, I didn't like that, so let's try something else. We had it. Let's... Just kind of have a fill of them there. Maybe take that one out. Now leave that one in. Take that one out and put it there at the end. And take some hi-hats in. I kind of want to do another little triplet fill in there, but I'm not quite sure where. Maybe right before that second snare. Okay, yeah, that's kind of working for me. A little out of the ordinary, not the same kind of grooves I would normally do. If I was doing some kind of a rock song, maybe this will take me in some kind of a new direction. And let's do at least one more pattern today. Let's try and get something out of the ordinary for a different section of the song. I'm thinking we can use the first two as maybe some kind of a complement. Maybe one leads into the other before we change to a different section of the song. And let's Let's go back with the tried and true then, and we'll put the snare on the 2 and the 4. Maybe give it a little bit more of a driving feel. Put the bass there on the 8ths. Whoops. No, really, on the 8ths. Kind of gives it a little bit of a rock flavor, even though it's a very unrock sound. I wonder if maybe we should put on... Boy, this cough is miserable. Let's put on some hi-hats and give them some 16ths. Let me put open there on the snares. Let's see what that sounds like. That could be a good kind of a bridge section or some sort of a build up in a song. All right, let's keep that. Maybe let's do one more part here today, and we'll do something that kind of complements that second part we just filled. And let's go back here and do something easy, and we will select everything. Select all of them, and then we will copy them, come to our new part and paste them. There, now we can figure out where we want to make things a little bit different. So, kind of let that play for a second. Okay, so maybe the second half of that, let's take out a lot of these. Let's take out the snare and take out these hi-hats. And let's look with the toms here. We got high, medium, and low. Let's give us some kind of a... very static. I don't like that a lot. Let's move it around a little bit. Make it just some things right there. Put a clap right on the end. Not digging the clap right there at the very end of it. And I'm not digging that last. Let me put 2 on the end. It's got a little bit neater groove to it. All right, so there's a 4th pattern. We may add some other patterns as we get further into this song project, but I think this is a good stopping place for right now. Next time, we'll go in and we'll add some other instruments. We'll start trying to come up with maybe some kind of a bass line or some sort of melody synths or something like that. Just see where this thing goes with us. If you guys got any suggestions, let me know in the comments. Shoot me a message. Tell me what you're thinking about all of this. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. I can't thank you guys enough for doing that. I really want to build this thing and really get back into making some more music and bringing you guys some little tutorials like this. And maybe I'll even be able to get into doing some stuff at my house for a change instead of sitting here in my car. But if there's other apps you'd like to see me review, mobile recording apps, shoot me a message. Just let me know what you guys want. I'm open for anything, and I will see you guys next time.